American Express Gold Card is one of the best credit cards to have. It's difficult to find a better card, but that's what we're gonna do right now. Keep on watching to see some great alternative to the Amex Gold Card. Welcome back to Tito's Financial Corner, where we talk about credit cards, points and miles, as well as travel. Today, we're going to be looking at some cards that are just as good, if not better, than the famed American Express Gold Card. These cards will compete and surpass the multipliers as well as the perks and benefits that are available on the Gold Card. So before we get on to those cards, let's go ahead and do a quick refresher on the American Express Gold Card. The annual fee on this card is $250, which is kind of high. Thankfully, there are 2 credits that will offset most of this annual fee. The first credit is an Uber/Uber Eats credit, where you would get a $10 monthly credit, which would total out to being $120 on an annual basis, where you can either go ahead and order rides, or you can place food orders through Uber Eats, and you would get a $10 monthly credit. The second credit that's available on this credit card is a dining credit, which in my view is a Grubhub credit. And that just would give you another $10 every single month that you can utilize for any Grubhub order or any other merchants that the Gold Card would accept within this dining credit. So the grand total with both credits would equal out to being $240, meaning that the effective annual fee on this card is $10 on an annual basis. But again, it would require work on your end every single month to use both of these credits in order to acquire that effective annual fee of $10 that we spoke about. Now, this card has a great sign-up offer. And while it can vary, the one that I was able to find right off the bat was that you would get 75,000 membership reward points after spending $6,000 in the first 6 months that you have this credit card. And on top of this great sign-up bonus, this card would also offer some amazing multipliers. You would get 4x back on all grocery as well as dining transactions. That's right, those 2 spending categories that I would say most people spend most of their money on, you would be able to get 4 points per dollar spent every single time that you put those transactions on the Amex Gold Card. And on top of that, you would also get 3x back on all flights, whether you book them through the American Express travel portal or whether you book them directly with the airline. And then you would get 1x back for everything else. This card is also a great travel credit card because it would not charge you a foreign transaction fee, as well as allowing you to transfer all of your membership reward points out to American Express's transfer partners, which would allow you to transfer your points out to different airlines as well as different hotel programs. And another highlight of this card is that you can get it in 2 different colors. You can either get the Gold Card or you can get the Rose Gold Card, which, hey, there's a lot of people that would prefer the Rose Gold over the regular gold. But that's a debate for another day. Isn't that right, CJ? All right, so as you can see, the Gold Card is a formidable card and a great card to have. But that doesn't mean that we cannot find other cards that are just as good or even better. Let's start off with some credit cards that would compete in the multiplier arena. Again, as we talked about, those 4x multipliers on groceries as well as dining are very formidable. However, I do believe that these next 2 cards are just as good, if not better, than the Gold Card. The first card that we're going to be talking about is the Saver One Rewards credit card. Unlike Goldie, this card does not have an annual fee, and it also does offer a 0% intro APR period for the first 15 months that you have this credit card on all new purchases as well as balance transfers. And just like the Gold Card, it does not charge a foreign transaction fee. The current sign-up bonus is that you would get $200 back after spending $500 in the first 3 months that you have this credit card. The multipliers on this credit card are absolutely amazing. You would get 3x back on groceries, 3x back on dining, 3x back on entertainment, and then 3x back on select streaming. And then you would get 1x back on everything else. Whoa, hold up, Tito. 3x sounds great, but that's still not as good as 4x. And you were absolutely right. While it is only a 3x multiplier available on this card, let me remind you again that there is no annual fee on this credit card. So no matter what happens, there would really be no reason for you to close this credit card. But if you want better multipliers, then we would definitely have to look at the Saver One's older brother credit card. And that would be the Saver Rewards credit card. You would get 4x back on dining, entertainment, and streaming services. And then you would also get 3x back on all grocery transactions. So again, you would have some competitive multipliers, but there would be an annual fee of $95. So the reason that I went with the Saver One Rewards credit card over the regular Saver Rewards credit card is because it does not have an annual fee, and the multipliers are still very competitive. This is also a great time to remind you to hit that subscribe button as well as the like button to help out this channel. The other card that would compete in this arena would definitely be the US Bank Altitude Go credit card. It does not have any annual fee. It also does offer a 0% intro APR for the first 12 months that you have this credit card. The sign-up bonus on this credit card is that you would get 20,000 bonus points after spending $1,000 in the first 90 days that you have this credit card. And the multipliers on this credit card are that you would get 4x back on dining, and then you would get 2x back on groceries as well as gas station transactions. And then you would get 1x back on everything else. So again, with these two cards, they offer the same kind of level of multipliers that the gold card has. But again, there's no annual fee on these two cards. There's a sign-up bonus, a 0% intro APR, and the multipliers, again, are on the same level. So I would definitely say that for a lot of people, these two cards would be a better fit than the Amex Gold card. So that was for the multipliers. But as we already talked about, the Amex Gold card is also a great travel credit card. Again, for the no foreign transaction fees, as well as being able to transfer your Amex points out to Amex's transfer partners, makes this a great travel credit card. But that doesn't mean we can't find two cards that might be better suited for you and me. The first card we're going to be talking about is the Bilt Rewards credit card. Unlike Goldie, this card does not have an annual fee. The multipliers on this card are as followed. You would get 3x back on dining, 2x back on travel, and then 1x back on everything else. And obviously, the grand caveat to this card is that you would also get 1x back on all rent payments, which again, Goldie doesn't offer this. And another great benefit that this card has to offer is that it has rent day, which means that all the multipliers available on this credit card are automatically doubled the first of the month every month on all the transactions that you make. Now, there is an exception to that, and obviously that would be the rent payments. So again, other than rent payments, any transactions that you post on the first of the month would automatically be doubled on the points value. Just like Goldie, it does not have a foreign transaction fee, and also you would be able to transfer your Bilt reward points out to Bilt's transfer partners, which would include some transfer partners like American Airlines, the World of Hyatt, personal favorite, Flying Blue, as well as Marriott. This is a phenomenal credit card, and again, what makes this even better is that it does not charge you an annual fee. Now, you might be saying, whoa, that is great, Tito, but I know this card, and I know this card does not have a sign-up offer. And you are absolutely correct. If you are looking to have a great travel card that has a sign-up bonus, then I would definitely suggest to look at the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, which has an annual fee of $95, and the sign-up offer is that you would get 60,000 ultimate reward points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months that you have this credit card. And the multipliers are basically the same compared to the Bilt Rewards credit card. But again, if you are looking for the sign-up bonus, you would have to look into the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, even though it does have an annual fee of $95. But if you don't care about the sign-up bonus, then the Bilt Rewards credit card would be a great fit, especially if you're a renter. The last credit card that we're going to be talking about as a great alternative compared to Goldie would be the Capital One Venture X credit card. Now, this is the only card in the video that has a higher annual fee compared to the Amex Gold, and its annual fee is currently $395. That's right, that's expensive compared to the cards that we covered so far. But just like the gold card, it does have some credits that can offset most, if not the whole annual fee for you. And that would be done by 2 credits. The first one is that you would get a $300 annual travel credit that you can utilize at any time, as long as you book your travel directly on Capital One's travel portal. And the second credit is an anniversary bonus, which would give you 10,000 bonus points, which would equal out to being about $100 if you value those points at a 1 cent per point. With those 2 credits, it would equal out to being $400. So compare that to the $395 annual fee, which would mean that Capital One would virtually pay you $5 to have this credit card every year, as long as you utilize that 1 credit correctly. This credit card also offers a $100 credit for either global entry or TSA PreCheck. So if you don't currently have that, then this credit card would also offer that, which would mean that you would get a higher credit that first year that you have this credit card. The multipliers on this credit card are that you would get 10x back on all car rentals that you book directly through the Capital One travel portal. You would also get 5x back on all flights that you book directly through the Capital One travel portal. And then another highlight of this card is that you would get 2x back on all other transactions. So that's right. I would say that this 2x multiplier is still very competitive, and depending on the amount of spending that you do, and specifically where you spend your money, this 2x multiplier might be better suited than the 4x multipliers that the Amex Gold card has. Just because if you spend most of your money on different categories, specifically outside of dining and groceries, then this card would offer you a way better multiplier compared to the 1x back that you would get on the Amex Gold card. So again, it would depend on your spending, but getting back into the travel aspect of this card, you would get some great credits on this credit card. You would also be able to transfer all of your Capital One points out to Capital One's transfer partners. You would also have lounge access with this card. That's right, you would have priority pass access, which would allow you to access over 1,400 airport lounges all over the world. So again, the annual fee on this card is definitely higher than the Amex Gold card, but you do get a lot more credits and benefits compared to the Amex Gold card. So with that said, is the American Express Gold card a bad card? Absolutely not. It is an amazing credit card with some great multipliers and some great credits and perks. I myself have this card, and I'm not planning on closing this card anytime soon. But with that being said, am I saying that the Amex Gold card is the best card? No. Depending on your spending and depending on how you utilize your credit cards, as well as the perks and benefits that are offered through your cards, there are other cards that might be better suited for you as well as for me. But with that being said, we can find other credit cards that have a lower annual fee, but at the same time still have competitive multipliers as well as competitive benefits and perks compared to the American Express Gold card. It would just depend on your kind of spending. With that being said, would you take any of these cards that we mentioned over the American Express Gold card, or would you still take Goldie over all of these cards? Let me know down in the comments below. With that being said, if you found any information useful during this video, please hit that subscribe button as well as the like button. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Adios.